Hi, welcome to another session of Wing Chun. We're just gonna really talk about Wing Chun, and it seems some people really get the wrong idea of what you do in a class, because well, as time goes on, certain schools will specialize in a particular skill. So Wing Chun, we specialize in close quarter fighting, where we do not use a lot of power through power. We try to utilize technique. That doesn't mean that you don't need power. See, what happens is if somebody was to come to me and say, I want to be a good fighter, and I only have 6 months, well, I would say, don't come to me. Go join a MMA class or a boxing class or a kickboxing class. Because in those classes, a lot of times, they would make you work out, because work out on the heavy bag, let's say, because we normally have a regular life here. We're not trained professional fighters, so really we're only teaching you the technical part of the art form, because it's usually once a week. And you go to a martial arts class, and when you go to a martial art class, you have 2 hours. You have 2 hours to teach somebody once a week. So if you want to be a real fighter, yeah, those 2 hours you're going to be just punching a heavy bag. You're going to be working out your muscles, your endurance, your toughness. You're going to go in the ring and practice getting punched in the face, because you got to be tough. Then you got to do weights, you got to do weight training, you have to be able to have endurance, so you have to do some jogging. And then for the rest of the hour and a half, you'll be just working the heavy bag. You just be punching a heavy bag. So if we taught that in Wing Chun class for the 2 hours, then you wouldn't be learning any kind of Wing Chun. So us, when we go to class, we're regular people. We're not fighters. We go to class, and obviously we only learn the technical skills of Wing Chun. So by no means, people like me to go and compete and to actually get in the ring. Of course not. I mean, if I went to the ring and if I got hit once in the face, I'll be flat on the floor. Somebody punched me in the face once, I'll be flat on the floor right away. That's not what we train for. We train for just the skill part, because we're regular people. We don't train for the toughness. So I don't work on a heavy bag for 3-4 hours a day every day. We're only there for learning the skill, because it's fun to learn the skill. And as a teacher, we're only teaching the technical parts. If you don't go and work on the heavy bag and develop your strength, of course you cannot compete. That's crazy to think that skill would overcome everything. We teach skill because we know that there is no limit in how much skill you can accumulate. But obviously, you need your body to be able to catch up. We say we teach somebody to overcome somebody bigger than you. Yes, that is the journey, but you're never going to reach it. You're never going to have a 98-pound weakling beat up somebody who's 230 pounds of muscles. That's never going to work. It's just physics. Somebody bigger and heavier than you is going to always have an advantage. So I don't know why some people think that, skill will overcome everything. No, skill will overcome some. So if you were 130 pounds and you start to accumulate skill, so you probably, get to, fight with somebody who's 140, 150, 160 pounds. And it would not be an entire advantage for them because you have some skill. But if you don't have power, and if you don't have the weight behind it, skill can only get you so far. So obviously, if you never competed, and you go into a ring with somebody, you're gonna fall flat on your face the first second. So I don't know why people think that if they can, come to a Wing Chun class and that they can be a fighter, because we don't train you to be a fighter. We train you just for the skill. And if you want to be a fighter, you have to hit the gym. You have to lift weights, and you have to work on the heavy bag, like 3, 4, 5 times a week. Otherwise, we're only training you because if we train you to do the heavy bag, there just isn't enough time. So obviously you have to know your limitations. You have to know where you're at, and don't get disillusioned by what you learn. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life. Just you have to be grounded in reality. So obviously, learning the technical part of Wing Chun, and you don't condition your body, then you know that you're better off than if you didn't learn. But no way is gonna bring you to a top level, competition level competitor that goes in the ring. So that's why we as Wing Chun, we teach you things that really is going to take you years to accumulate. 6 months of Wing Chun will actually bring you nowhere in terms of competition, in terms of toughness, in terms of strength. 6 months is like nothing. And today people are very impatient. Back in the old days where I'm from, it takes you 5, 6, 7 years. My Sifu didn't teach me Silim Tao for at least the first 6 months. And then after Silim Tao, you're still not taught Chamkyo for at least the second or third year. And Biuji is something that you only teach them if you were leaving the school after 4 or 5 years. So today a lot of people is in this quick society, they want to learn everything within 6 months. So I guess that's the problem. A lot of people learn Wing Chun for 6 months, they get bored and they leave, and then they think that they know Wing Chun, and then they go around and they try to use what they learn, which they've got the wrong idea, and then they run into trouble. They spar with somebody who've only done boxing for 6 months, and they realize they're kind of inadequate. And that's the problem. It's the same with the story of Bruce Lee. Now, Bruce Lee is an amazing martial artist and probably one of the best. But he also have learned Wing Chun for about a few years, and he's only gotten to Silim Tao, and he only started Chamkyo. And he really didn't complete his course. And he felt that Wing Chun was missing a lot of stuff. And therefore, he incorporated everything else. Even MMA, he's kind of like the father of MMA. But of course, if Bruce Lee were to stay and complete the whole curriculum, you realize that Wing Chun and its complete course It's actually the same as Jeet Kune Do, because Wing Chun really is a concept-based art. It's not really, you're not supposed to be in your Wing Chun stance the way you are when you actually use it. You are supposed to be free-flowing and be natural and just use that as a concept. So even Bruce Lee, when he first used his Wing Chun with the Jack Ma or whatever his name was, and he realized that Wing Chun wasn't useful because really he didn't understand that, you know, that you were supposed to use it as a concept and not actual stance. So I guess a lot of people would get it wrong. So the takeaway of this story is that, you know what, don't be disillusioned by what you learn. You really know what your limit is, and obviously you need physical attribute to execute what you need to do. And what we teach in Wing Chun is usually just the technical parts of the art form, and you actually obviously need to have this physical part to go with it. So when you're coming to a Wing Chun class, we don't force you to do push-ups, we don't force you to do endurance. If you want to be a fighter, you know, you got to be doing that 5 days a week in your boxing classes. And that's why a lot of people, they make the mistake thinking that, you know, just the skill will get you there. No, skill will not get you there. Only you need to do your training for your body. And that's why they think that, you know, if you only know Wing Chun, that will get you everywhere. No, it's not. And I guess that's the lesson of the day. You need to know your limitations. My limitation is, you know, I don't plan to get hit in the face. If I get hit in the face, I'm going to go down because I don't practice getting hit in the face, you know. Yeah, boxers get hit in the face every time, and they're used to getting hit in the face. So when they get hit in the face, they're fine. They can tough it out. And wear a mask when you go out, and stay safe. And have a nice day. Thanks. Bye.